And more sounds of the 70s next Sunday at 3. Till then, take very good care. Coming up next, it's Rob Beckett. This is Radio 2 on the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker and on 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 5 o'clock. This is Anthony Birchley. Police searching for Nicola Bulley say they've recovered a body from the River Wyre less than a mile from where she disappeared. The Home Secretary, Suella Braverman, has described the discovery as heartbreaking and distressing. From the scene, here's our reporter Eunice Muller.
Nicola Bulley disappeared during a riverside dog walk in St Michael's on Wyre more than 3 weeks ago. Lancashire Police have carried out extensive searches of the River Wyre, stretching from the village to the estuary and Morecambe Bay. Today, the force said they sadly recovered a body after they were called just after 11:30 this morning. In a statement, they add, formal identification had not yet been carried out, so we are unable to say if it was the mother of two. The death was currently being treated as unexplained.
Rescue teams in Turkey say they're winding down efforts to look for survivors of the powerful earthquake earlier this month. More than 46,000 people in Turkey and Syria died when powerful tremors brought down huge numbers of buildings. The US Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, who's visiting Turkey, said America would be sending more aid.
We've had about $85 billion worth of assistance poured in immediately. For housing, water, and food, and medicine, and clothing. All that in the immediate days following the earthquake. Today I can announce that we will be bringing another $100 million to assist those who are so desperately in need.
China has said it'll never accept attempts by the United States to dictate its relations with Russia after Washington warned against sending Moscow weapons for its war in Ukraine. Beijing said the US should instead be promoting political solutions to the conflict. A man in his 30s has been arrested on suspicion of murder after a woman was stabbed in a park in Exeter. The 74-year-old was found injured after being attacked yesterday and died later in hospital. A man has died and his son has been seriously injured in an accident on a farm in Aberhossan in Powys. The dead man has been named as Ewan Evans. The Health and Safety Executive said it had visited the farm following the incident on Friday and an investigation was underway. Football, Marcus Rashford scored twice as Manchester United beat Leicester 3-0 at Old Trafford. The win keeps United 3 points behind Manchester City, who are second in the Premier League table. Bruno Fernandes set up 2 of the goals and was quick to praise his teammates.
Marcus is in an unbelievable moment, and every defence now is fearing because he's so quick, he's being in a great form, and obviously with the confidence of the moment, he just gets better.
And the weather cloudy for most tonight with clear spells in the southeast, windy in the north with a few light showers, spells of rain in northern Scotland, mainly dry in the south. That's the BBC News at 3 minutes past 5. And let's get the travel news with Orna.
Anthony, thank you very much. We've got high winds now affecting northern parts of Scotland. The A9 Dornoch Bridge is completely closed to all traffic. And Dundee's Tay Road Bridge, well, that has restrictions on it. No high-sided vehicles can use it. There's a speed limit for all other vehicles. In Gateshead, the A1 Western Bypass is looking slow. It's on the southbound side and it's heading towards the Bowes Incline and the Angel of the North. The M6 in Cumbria, northbound 37 at Kendal. You've still got the pothole repairs with the lane closure in place. And following the match at Old Trafford, lots of South Manchester routes extra busy now, including Wharfside Way, very busy on Talbot Road, and Chester Road, the A56, that's heading out of Manchester city centre. West Yorkshire queues are on the M62, the eastbound side, 25 at Brickhouse to 26, and that's at Chain Bar. There's been an abandoned vehicle, so there's a lane closed. Also, we've got recovery underway at the scene now. There are queues on the M6 in Cheshire, 17 at Sandbach, that's where the roadworks section is, so that's looking quite slow, taking about 10 minutes extra onto your journey there. And in Leicestershire, the M1 southbound at 23 Loughborough. The accident means that one lane is still closed at the scene, but it looks as though the vehicles are off the road now. Long delays on the M4, that's on the eastbound side, approaching the M5 at junction 20, but the queues go back to junction 22. Near the M49, there was a vehicle on fire earlier on and it's left long delays. The M5 roadworks are causing queues southbound, approaching junction A to the M50, taking an extra 10 minutes. And there's an accident and a vehicle caught fire on the M1 in Bedfordshire northbound, junction 10 to junction 11 at Dunstable South. 03700 100 200, but with more in an hour.
On the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker, and on 88 to 91 FM. Now, Rob Beckett.
BBC Radio 2. Hello, you. Thank you to